And now, Bob Elliott and Ray Goulding present the CBS Radio Network.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another Bob and Ray show.
Hope you're all enjoying this Labor Day holiday, and hope you will enjoy the ensuing few minutes here as we take time out for a few chuckles and laughs.
First of all...
Oh, give it a drink.
Oh, now wait. That was a nice show.
Why get so corny?
It was a nice way to sign on.
A few laughs.
Well, that's what we intend to do. We don't expect any great, hilarious...
Maybe it was rather trite, probably.
Well, it was, yes.
Yeah.
But,
well, I'll watch that from now on. I'm glad you corrected me, Webb. And look, anyone else, whenever you feel that we need correction, I don't want you to hesitate. That goes for anyone in the audience, too.
It goes for any one of our staff, too, and I hope you all know that.
Just remember, Webb...
Remember how that fellow that worked for us last year used to correct us?
That's right, a lot.
Help us out all the time? That fellow that worked for us up through last Thursday.
He used to help us a lot by correcting. And, Webb, why don't you take like 3 or 4 weeks off for a while? Just kind of take a vacation.
Or a little longer if you want.
Oh.
Well, why don't we call you when we want you to come back?
All right. All right, then. I guess I've been dismissed, right?
Well, I don't like to have it.
No, I wouldn't. I'd say maybe fired would be closer to it.
Yeah, that's...
Canned.
That's right.
All right. So long. I'll never correct anybody again as long as I live.
Okay, good.
Hope you've learned your lesson.
Hello.
Webbery?
Come up here, Cato.
Webbery Webster on the way.
He had one long pan, didn't he?
Oh.
Yes, he was a little disappointed.
Fire him?
Well, no, it's just a brief vacation for him. You see, he corrected one of the Bob and Ray team. And
correcting Bob and Ray team like taking shoes off in a movie theater. Maybe answer to silent exit.
Now, once again, we present Wayside Doctor, a story with medical overtones set in the lush beauty of Honolulu. Starring Simpleton Ferg as Dr. David Muhu, Hawaiian Eye, ear, nose, and throat man.
The story of one man's search to find himself in a profession he doesn't understand. Today, our episode takes place in the Papuli General Hospital, where Dr. Muhu and Akbar have brought Captain Wolf Larson after his strange reaction to the doctor's new Happy Memory serum. Now, in the main admitting office at Papuli General, we hear...
Well, he's safe in bed now.
Yes.
There's nothing we can do except work on a serum.
You sure they have him securely strapped down, Doctor, so he can't escape?
Oh, yes. There's nothing to fear in that respect.
Yeah.
It's too bad that the memory serum didn't work, but...
Well, it certainly turned him into a raging monster anyway. You know it will do that.
No, I didn't know that.
I mean, you know now it will do that.
Oh, I know that now, yes, Akbar.
But it hasn't done much for his memory, apparently.
I've got
He's more vicious and mean and frightening than he ever was before.
I'm going to consult with some of my co-doctors here and see if they have an idea, something I can do for this poor critter.
Yes, maybe there's an antidote for it. Of course, you still don't know what his attitude is going to be when he comes out of this stupor he's in.
Well, I wouldn't call it a stupor, Akbar. What has happened here is, well, he's changed completely.
Oh, yes, he certainly has.
A human being to something like an animal.
Well, I wouldn't want to be in your shoes, Doctor. Certainly is taking a big step to try and find a happy memory serum.
The nurse was telling me that since noon today, he has eaten over 35 pounds of raw meat.
35 pounds of raw meat?
Yes, and an ounce of vitamin B.
Oh, that'll certainly make him more powerful in strength than ever.
Well, he has to be fed, and he has now the appetite of a huge beast.
Yes.
Surgery, calling Dr. Muhu.
Yes.
Surgery, calling Dr. Muhu. Yoo-hoo, Muhu.
Oh, they want you in surgery, Doctor. You never have a minute to yourself.
Oh, she's a pest. Did you hear that yoo-hoo-moo-hoo?
Yes.
She's done that ever since I was an intern.
She sounds as if she knows you quite well, Doctor.
Well, she just knows me, and I think she has a crush on me, Akbar. Well, excuse me, I must go down to surgery.
All right. I'll stay here and keep an eye on Wolf.
Visiting hours are now over. Everyone will please leave the hospital. Oh, yoo-hoo, moo-hoo.
Oh, dry up.
And so, before he can do anything else to help Captain Wolf Larsen, Dr. David Moo is called to surgery. Be sure and join us tomorrow when we'll hear Dr. Moo say,
Why did you send me to surgery on a wild goose chase?
That's tomorrow in the next exciting episode of Wayside Doctor. And this is Word Carr saying aloha.
Time once again to greet our Bob and Ray television critic, this being Thursday, Mr. Crawford Paisley. And you've flown in, have you, Crawford, today? And are prepared to give us a review, I hope.
Yes. It sure is a thrill to be back here with you, and I'm just sort of bubbled over with enthusiasm ever since I joined the Bob and Ray team.
Well, it's good to know, Crawford, and it's nice to have you back. The first two reviews that you gave us weren't quite what we had expected.
That was the old me, Bob. This week I'm taking my place as a man among men.
I notice you're standing up straight, looking me square in the eye. What happened?
I read a book which has changed the entire course of my life.
Oh?
It should be required reading for every adult in the United States. It's called Achieving Self-Respect. Perhaps you've heard of it.
Yes, I believe I have. But that's enough about your private life. What TV show have you picked to review this week?
I'm not reviewing a TV show this week, Bob. I'm reviewing the book.
Oh, Crawford, you're not a book reviewer. You're a television critic. So
Bob, a few
expect
short weeks ago, I would have been humiliated if you'd told me that I didn't know my business. Now I can merely tell you to stand aside and shut up.
You mean you're going to review this book even though I don't want you to?
I have kowtowed to you long enough. This is my portion of the program, and I'll do what I please with it.
Well, I'm not going to fight with you here in the air about it, but
That's
go
better.
ahead.
Now, the book, Achieving Self-Respect, is written by the great British intellectual Geoffrey Phillips Wingate. All rights are reserved. And to use the author's own words, the volume is dedicated to my loving mother.
Well, we can skip over all that part. What about the book itself?
Will you pipe down and let me do this in my own way?
It's just the time factor I'm thinking of, that's all.
Mr. Phillips Wingate points out that in the first chapter, that half the people in the world have an inferiority complex to some degree. He then proceeds to outline a series of mental exercises that will enable the most humble person to achieve self-respect.
Well, I'd like to hear about those exercises.
When I want you to talk, I'll signal. Now, the first step is to repeat to yourself 500 times a day the words, I'm as good as anybody else. When you've mastered that, you start telling yourself, I'm better than anybody else. And the final step is to repeat the slogan, I'm a genius, and everybody else is an idiot.
And that's his program for achieving self-respect, is it?
Basically, that's it. Of course, there are other parts of the program which have done me a lot of good. For example, I never really realized how handsome I was until Mr. Phillips Wingate showed me how to look into a mirror so that my Grecian features would show up to best advantage.
Well, it must have been quite a big day for you when you discovered how handsome you are.
It was the turning point in my life. Of course, I had always suspected that I had a great deal of talent. But it was this book which showed me how to convince others of my genius.
Well, is there anything else in the book?
Oh, that's about the size of it.
Well, then is it all right for me to talk now?
Yes, we gifted people are more or less obligated to listen to the meaningless babble of others.
Well, I'd just like to say that if you come in here once more with anything like this, instead of a television review, you are finished with the Bob and Ray organization.
You mean no more paychecks or nothing like that?
That's exactly what I mean. Now, get back home, start watching TV, or you are through. Washed up, kaput.
Well, okay then, Bob. I'll see you next week. And you can bet I'll have a television review for you, a real good one.
All right, fine. We'll see you then. Goodbye.
Bye.
Hi, another Bob and Ray feature called TV Confidential. Things you never hear about. TV.
true stories behind the scenes in television.
In a recent episode of a popular Western program, the hero's horse had to catch up with the crooks who had a considerable head start. To accomplish this, they doped the horse to the ears.
Dennis the Menace, in real life, is 35 years old and owns a nursery for headstrong children.
The shortest open end on record was 3.5 minutes, including the opening theme and commercial. It happened when his guests took umbrage with the introduction given them and left in a snit.
The Untouchables are so named because they're tightwads. It's impossible to get a nickel out of any one of them.
The FCC plans on irrigating TV's vast wasteland, hoping to cultivate a lush green growth of culture.
The sun never sets on My Little Margie.
Lloyd Bridges, star of Sea Hunt, is afraid of jellyfishes.
The sick humor of Jack Benny offends our sensitive ears.
In a recent episode, a famous hero dog was required to lie still for the entire show to guard a sick chicken. To make sure he didn't move, they doped him to the ears.
There are not enough wagons on Wagon Train to even form a semicircle in case of Indian attack. They accomplish the feat with trick photography.
The Indians attacking the wagon train in a recent installment were doped to the ears to ensure they're losing the battle.
It's been seriously questioned in knowledgeable circles whether Father really knows best.
It is rumored that Jack Parr, upon retiring, hopes to open an alligator farm in Florida.
And there you have Bob and Ray's TV Confidential, behind the scenes true stories of television.
Just before we went on the air today, we selected 3 members of our studio audience to play a little game of, and it will have to be quite short, game of musical chairs. And I wonder if you'd all, the 3 gentlemen this time, we don't have any ladies in our audience today. First one's name is Vincent Price. Is that right, sir?
That's right.
You're undoubtedly not the one that I was thinking of.
Well, no, I am Vincent Price.
You're not the actor.
I haven't done too much acting. I spend most of my time art collecting and like that.
Well, that's something in common, of course, with the Vincent Price.
Second, I like to consider myself the Vincent Price.
But you're not. Now,
I am, as far as I'm concerned.
Well, as far as everybody else is, you're not.
Well, I don't think so. I think my family believe I'm the Vincent Price.
Next in line,
what you think?
Have a little fellow named Bill Pearson. Is that
Bill
right?
Bill Pearson, that's right.
And what do you do, Bill, for a living?
Not too much.
Mm-hmm.
Go to school, and now this summer I got a job.
Oh, that's all?
With the U.S. Steel Company, I helped build bridges.
Say, that sounds like
riveting and like that.
Man-sized job for
yes,
a little fellow. All right, and our third contestant, Hank Bloomgarden of New York City. You're not the one who appeared on one of the big quiz shows a few...
No, I've never appeared on any quiz shows. This is my first appearance.
We have our 3 contestants then, Vincent, Hank, and Bill. And you know how we play musical chairs. You each start around those 4 chairs there, and we stop the music and take one away. I think you're familiar with the old parlor game.
Well, just one moment, Vincent Price.
We'll play this
when
according
the
to
music
the
stops.
art link letter rules.
Right. Well, now, when the music stops, we all try to get a chair.
We all try to get a chair.
Now, there's 3 of us and 2 chairs. Is that the idea?
That's right.
And one has to fall down and not get a chair.
Well, there are 3 chairs to begin with.
Well, we'll all
you don't
get a
need
seat.
3. You'll all get a seat. Let's try 2. Will you take one chair away, Wilbur Conley? See who works for us. All right. A little quieter, too. Let's start the music then and go. Vincent, Hank, and Bill are marching around the 2 chairs here. Vincent, it looks like you're out. Bill and Hank both got their
very
chairs.
Fair. That little kid there gave me a push.
Well,
that's
that's
small of the back.
Remember, these are the art link letter rules we're playing by.
You can push, then.
You can push under
Well,
those.
I'm out, right?
You're out, right? You can go over and sit down. Let's start the music again.
Okay.
Bill and Hank.
I can't sit down.
You'll have a chair in just a minute. Short one this time. Only 1 chair, and it looks like little Bill got it.
That's right.
And Hank, you're out. I'm sorry. You're a wonderful contestant.
Hank
a good
is out
sport.
cold.
He is, as a matter of fact.
He is. He fell down and hit his
All right,
horse.
now let's take that 1 chair away, and Bill, you start marching around.
Well, wait a minute. There's nothing to do.
Well, that's part of our
I've
rules.
won already.
No, you haven't won.
What do I sit on when the music stops?
Well, you just have to sit, that's all. Okay?
I'm not walking around anything. The audience is all laughing and snickering.
you think I am? Some kind of a fool?
There's music. Sit down now.
Sit where? There's no place to
Just sit where you are.
Okay.
There you are. You're the winner, Bill.
How do I guess?
Well, you get a season pass to next year's Bob and Ray shows, which you can use any day of the week.
Well, you know, it's funny where I sat down. You must have had some sort of a...
There was glue there on the
glue
floor.
or something. I'm stuck, and my pants are dirty, too, because I think there's some grease on the floor
and
here.
a full set of Rupert's Encyclopedia for you. Thank you very much for helping us play musical chairs.
And once again, hello, ladies. This is your True to Life announcer, Danny.
All right, Danny, now...
Danny's True to Life Kitchen. What, Aunt
Dan,
Penny?
I want you to cut it short because the last time you talked so much I couldn't finish my story.
Well, I'd just like a handful of these cookies, Aunt Penny.
Well, take 'em,
Danny, and dry out.
Now, what's our True to Life story about today?
Today's story about Ms. and Mrs. Lawrence Hedges.
Aunt Penny, do you mind if I raise the shade? It's a little
Oh,
too
Danny,
sunlight
now
in
don't get going on that shade again. I do want to tell the story about Mr. and Mrs. Lawrence Hedges.
All right.
Well, Larry, he was called. He worked for the railroad, and he decided one day he and the missus would go east. And rather than take the railroad, they thought they'd drive off in their new automobile. This is many years ago, and they had a whippet. And they get in the whippet.
Did that make it go better, Aunt Penny?
Oh, now, Danny, we won't have time for those puns. Now, let me get along with the story. Well, Mr. and Mrs. Lawrence Hedges departed from their home in Mason City, heading east in their whippet. Right outside of town was the great coursing river known as the Big Stream. And as they started to cross over the stream...
Say, Mrs. Lawrence Hedges, does this bridge look safe to you?
Yes, it does, Mr. Hedges.
Doesn't to me. It's kind of waving in the breeze, kind of like, Mrs. Hedges.
Don't seem to be waving any more than any other bridge would wave in the breeze.
No, but see how the cables...
Keep your eye on the road rather than looking at the cables. If you don't mind, we do want to get east, don't we, to Metropole to visit our neighbors?
I know one thing, though, Miss Lawrence Hedges. I wish we were on the other side of this bridge instead of right in the middle of it. I'd feel a lot safer on dry land than I do here in this automobile driving over this shaky bridge.
Well, do whatever you want to do, Hedges. I don't care. I'll just sit here.
Well, we've come so far, we might as well proceed to the other side, Miss Hedges.
Well, Danny, Mr.
Great
Hedges,
Scott,
he managed to save himself.
Sounded like the bridge gave away. What happened?
Last he saw was Ms. Hedges on the top of the whippet going downstream faster than they were going when they were driving it on dry land.
Well, that certainly
he
was.
Could swim. Fortunately, he saved himself. And that's about it.
Well, that was a wonderful true-to-life story, Aunt Penny, and I know that all the ladies will be anxious to hear your next one.
Yes, and if Mrs. Hedges is listening, won't you write and tell me how you were saved?
And that's about it, ladies. Time's up, Aunt Penny, and until next time, she says...
If anyone knows how that dear lady ever made out in all that trouble floating down the river and all, I wish they'd let me know.
And this is Danny saying so long, ladies, until next time.
Dry up. What a windbag. Honestly.
We're going to ask you to do a little something different. We're going to ask you to purposely make mistakes.
Purposely make some sound mistakes.
That's right, some sound mistakes in a little drama that we're going to offer.
All right. Anything I do, eh?
Anything you do, but be subtle about it.
All right.
And we'll see if you can pick out these mistakes. The scene is a small shack about 5 miles from the center of the city.
Well, Eddie, is the eggs almost boiled?
Yep. They'll be boiled in about 2 more minutes.
Well, I don't know. I don't like them too hot. You better take them off the stove.
I'll leave mine in there a little longer.
What?
I say I'm going to leave my egg in the water a little bit longer.
Hand me mine.
Okay.
Here, let me crack it on the side of the table.
Right.
You're right. It's too soft.
Yeah, see, about want to put another one in?
Please. I didn't say a white one. I want a brown egg.
Oh. There it is. Now, just leave that in there a few minutes.
Hey,
Say, do you hear an airplane in trouble?
What?
You hear an airplane in trouble overhead?
Yeah, I do. I hear it. Yeah, motors are skipping, ain't they?
They stopped completely now. Sounds like he's right overhead. I think I'll go to the door and look up at the sky above.
It wasn't the door. I'll try this one. Yeah, that's an airplane, all right.
Hey, when you walk, them corduroy pants really sing, you know.
Yeah.
They really sing.
Well, I guess the eggs are all done now. Here's yours.
Okay. That was good.
Sure was a good bank job we pulled off yesterday. How much we make it all?
Let's see. It's counted again. Hand me the dollar bills.
Yeah. Good, crisp, folding stuff.
2, 3, 4. Looks like almost 400 bob here.
Boy, that's okay. We can live a long time on that.
Yeah. Is that radiator rattling again?
Well, I'll go look. Yeah. Yeah, it's something the matter with it again. I'll shut the door. You won't hear it so much now.
Well, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Now, if you've counted the mistakes, you just send your entries along here. Just send them to... Oh, who should we have them send them to?
Well, I wouldn't send them along at all because you won't hear anything from it.
No prizes?
No prizes, no, and we can't take the time to answer all of the entries, although we'd like to.
I think that's fair to have people listen and take down messages and so forth. Hardly a message, I suppose.
Shall we give the boys and girls their secret code message for today?
Okay.
It's
G.
code L50. Tell
All
them
right,
that
L50,
first.
yeah. It's G14, M, 16, 16, F. That's it.
Artie Schermerhorn, our roving correspondent, is at the Flyaway School for Airline Hostesses in Queens Village, Long Island, and perhaps he has something of interest to tell us. Artie, are you listening?
Hello, Bob. The Flyaway School of Airline Hostesses is run by a Mr. Sherwood Bloomquist, and it's really a unique operation. Right now, I see Mr. Bloomquist drilling one of the would-be hostesses in the mic technique.
Can you hear what she is saying, Artie?
Well, I just waved to Mr. Bloomquist, and he's coming over with the young lady now. Well, hi, Mr. Bloomquist.
Hi, Mr. Schermerhorn. Say, I'd like you to meet one of our students here at Flyaway, Miss Wanda Rossiter. I was just giving her a lesson in mic technique.
Well, we'd certainly like to hear how that's done, Mr. Bloomquist.
All right, now, Miss Rossiter, we'll be doing this from memory, and it's very much the kind of thing she'll have to say under real flying conditions.
We're all ears, Mr. Bloomquist.
All right, go ahead, Wanda.
Good evening and welcome aboard Flight 201. I'm Captain Tom Bakewell, and your pilot on this flight is Wanda Rossiter. Our estimated time of arrival in Los Francisco is 12:32. We'll be high above the weather throughout most of the trip at 200 feet, so settle back and enjoy your flight.
Thank you, Miss Rossiter. That was very good.
Well, do you grade the students on their various duties, sir?
Yes, Artie, we do. Miss Rossiter got a 26 in mic technique, but she's very strong on pillow reach, so that tends to bring up her grades overall.
Do I see one of your students talking to herself over there in the corner?
Oh, indeed no. Just a clever device I dreamed up myself. Let's go over and take a look at it.
All right, Mr. Blomquist.
It's a recording featuring questions frequently asked of airline stewardesses while the plane is in flight. Here we are.
Well, it's Miss Rossiter again.
Yes, and in a second you'll hear some of the questions and Miss Rossiter's answers. Go ahead, Miss Rossiter.
I'll turn it on.
Say, stewardess, what was that thumping noise I heard on takeoff?
And nothing to worry about, sir. Perhaps the wheels fell off.
Stewardess, do we get a free meal on this flight?
I hope so. I'm starved myself. And if there is a free meal on this flight, I'll go eat and try to sneak some to you later, sir.
Say, stewardess, this pillow smells of something.
Well, I don't know. It's not my worry.
Yeah, I think you've heard enough now, haven't you, Artie? That's enough, Miss Rossiter. Did very well, thank you.
Mr. Bloomquist, what time does the class in hysteria control begin?
It started about 3/4 of an hour ago, Miss Rossiter. I'm afraid you just about missed the class in hysteria control.
No, I couldn't have missed it. I can't afford to miss anything so important as that.
Well, that slap in the face certainly did the job.
Did you slap her face to bring her out of the hysterics she was having, Mr. Bloomquist?
No, I slapped her because she isn't a very good student.
Well,
but she's the only one we have here
Thank you,
at the
Mr.
present
Bloomquist,
time.
for showing us what an airline hostess school is like.
Yeah.
This is Artie Schermerhorn, returning you to Bob and Ray, wherever they are.
We're back here in our cool studio, and I don't know if we have time to talk with anybody. I don't think we do in the audience, do we?
Nope. Goodbye, goodbye. It's almost time for that wonderful Wallace song.
Here once again is a continuation on the air of the story based on a 1951 Late Late Show. Matt Neffer, boy spot welding king of the world. Today it's mid-afternoon at Matt's house. He and Todd are just sipping some refreshing lemonade as we hear.
Todd?
Yes, Matt?
Don't mean to throw a cloud on this otherwise happy occasion, but...
Oh, what do you mean?
I've been seeing spots before my eyes.
Well, as boy spot welding king, I can well imagine, Matt. To change the subject, have you heard anything from Grandpa Neffer? Have you heard whether or not he's coming back to Midvale? Whether you'll be visited by your grandfather?
Todd?
Yes.
I'm up here in the attic, and it's hot as blazes.
I'll be right up, Matt. Of all the places to come on a
Watch
day
it
like
there.
today. The sun certainly beats down on that old roof.
Isn't it hot here?
No ventilation whatsoever.
That is funny that we shouldn't have some sort of a window here in the attic. Don't you think there's danger of maybe spontaneous combustion without the
Very well
proper
could be.
circulation of air? Although there's nothing here in the attic, save all this film.
That always seemed to me a rather dangerous place to store it, Matt. What with the sun beating down and all, the accumulation of heat here. Oh, Matt.
Down cellar, Todd. It's dank down here.
I'll be
Watch
right
your
down.
step now.
Oh, it is a great deal cooler here. All the difference in the world between the cellar and the attic.
Look, here from this angle, through the cellar window, you can see the roof of the neighbors. And on the chimney there. Isn't that Grandpa Neffer?
It certainly looks like him to me, Matt.
And look, he's shooting off Roman candles from up there. Now we can start worrying about the film in our attic.
Worry indeed for Matt lies ahead. If Grandpa Neffer's aim is poor, that film in the attic may explode at any moment. Next time, we'll hear Matt Neffer say,
Well, we have the cellar left anyway, Todd.
In the next episode of Matt Neffer, Boy Spot Welder. We're very proud right now to have this next guest with us today, certainly one of the most prominent men to come before our Bob and Ray microphone in many months. And I'm sure that everyone familiar with the fields of scholarship and education will agree with me when I mention the name of Dr. Vincent Randolph Shaw. Hope you won't mind if I don't read off your full list of degrees here, Dr. Shaw. It's such a lengthy one, I'm afraid that we wouldn't have time for the interview.
Well, that's okay, Curly. No offense.
Well, now, as I understand it, Dr. Shaw, you and your colleagues are currently at work on a truly revolutionary idea.
Well, we ain't going to start no revolution, if that's what you
No,
mean.
I mean, it's an unusual idea. I hear you're planning to set up a new college that will have even higher scholastic requirements than Oxford and Cambridge.
Yeah, there's a bunch of other guys in the teaching racket who feel like I do, that any young punk that wants to go to college these days can get in.
Uh-huh.
So we're setting up this here new joint that'll be strictly for eggheads.
Well, in other words, you're seeking out the best young minds in the country.
Yeah, we're looking for all the squares, and we're really going to give them the business.
Do you plan to give these talented young people a liberal college education in the real classic sense of the word, is that it?
Well, we ain't running no Sunday school picnic, I'll tell you that.
Uh-huh.
We ain't going to have no football team. We ain't going to have no fraternities or sororities or none of them things. It's going to be a tough grind.
I suppose you'll be teaching a lot of the classical subjects that many other colleges have abandoned now.
Well, that's about the size of it, yeah. For instance, we're going to make every kid learn how to speak Lithuanian.
You mean Lithuanian?
Well, I got it wrote down here as Lithuanian.
Well, I don't believe I've ever heard of a language called Lithuanian.
Well, we're going to teach a lot of things you never heard of, Buster. For instance, we're going to have a whole building just for
Anthropology?
Yeah, anthropology. It's the study of head bumps or something.
Well, Dr. Shaw, I'm certain that there are many talented high school seniors listening right now who would like to learn more about your new college. Where can they write to you for further details?
Well, the Federals won't let us use the mails. They think we're running some kind of a bunco game here, so I guess the kids would have to write to you, and then you could send a mail over to us.
All right. Well, we'll be very happy to forward it to you, Doctor, and thanks again for taking time out from what I know is a busy schedule to be with us today.
Well, that's okay, pal. And look, if anybody wants to send in any dough for this here new college, we'd be happy to get our hooks into it.
All right, fine. Well, thanks again, Dr. Shaw, and goodbye, sir.
So long.
Guess that would be it. Hope you have a nice weekend, and we'll have a word about the coming of the vernal equinox in just 10 seconds.
We'd like to remind you to keep up with the news beats on The World Tonight right after our program.
And to keep up with the musical beats on Three Guesses with Ed Joyce right after that.
What
was that about
if you would? Vernal equinox.
It's going to be on a Monday this year.
Thank you very much. Have a nice weekend, everyone. Until Monday, this is Ray Goulding reminding you to write if you get worried.
Bob Elliott reminding you to hang by your thumbs.
Close in 5 minutes.